Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Heretic. I hear it's phenomenal. It's deemed as a horror, but there's nothing really scary about it. It's the one thing I've heard about it. It's a psychological thriller and psychological horror. I don't know. So they say it's really scary. So I don't know. 7.2 on IMDb. 26,709 people rated so far. That sounds awesome. Hugh Grant plays Mr. Reed. Sophie Thatcher, Chloe East. Topher Grace is in it. Okay, I know Topher. That 70s show, if you will. Okay, that's all I recognize. Two young religious women are drawn into a game of cat and mouse in the house of a strange man. So I believe Hugh Grant is that strange man. So it is an hour and 51 minutes long. So let's get into it, see what it's about, and let you know if it's any good. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Heretic, and you'll get a kick out of this, because this is how silly I am. Didn't realize it was a religion-based movie, even though the title of the movie is called Heretic, which is essentially, you know, somebody who believes in heresy or, you know, goes against the norm of religion and stuff like that. So, duh, that's what it's about. I knew the two girls were, you know, in religion, and I didn't know. I assumed that they were Mormon, and they are. Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, and they're going around knocking on doors and, you know, trying to get people to join Mormonism, I guess, which is also interesting because anybody who watches, who's seen any of my other stuff, you know, I do watch faith-based movies. I was born Roman Catholic, so, you know, I went to Catholic school, you know, grade school and high school, so, you know, there's a little bit there. And then I also, the company I work for is from Utah, so some of the people that I work with are practicing Mormons, and so don't know too much about all of that, but I know a little bit. So bring us here to Heretic, which we all know what that means. Essentially, these girls who are, you know, on their journey to try and get people to become Mormons. They meet with people, they visit them at their homes, they visit Hugh Grant at his home. Now, and from there, that's when the movie really starts to take off. Of course, they come into his house, and things start to be a little different, and not what they really expected. A game of cat and mouse, as they say. And I don't want to give anything away. I think all the little pieces are fantastic. But, you know, like, he seems really into understanding and believing and stuff like that. So, and I thought he was the nicest, we'll say, villain I think I've ever had in a movie. I don't know. I'm just basing it off of what I've just seen now. But one of the nicest villains. He did a fantastic job. I loved his role. And the two girls I thought were great as well. Both of them different, but believable, and did a fantastic job. And it's really them. And Topher Grace, poor guy. I mean, big name. Bigger. I mean, not Hugh Grant big, but very small role. Very small, insignificant role. He is the elder for these girls. And, you know, he's the one who, you know, is supposed to be, you know, tracking their whereabouts. Very little to do with the movie, but he is in it. At first I didn't recognize him, but then I did. So yeah, very interesting. Good for people who are into religion, maybe not into religion, know a little bit about it. I think this is interesting. It sheds a lot of different opinions about religion and the various religions and how they were created and which one's the right one. So I also felt this was very creative, unique kind of movie. Obviously, I've never seen something like this. I mean, it's got some shades of a couple of other, like Barbarian. Is that the what's his name's in that one? But yeah, that I think that's or whatever that movie was. It's got shades of that in it, I think. And so, anyway, very good, interesting movie. Kept you, I was engaged the entire time. I wanted to see what was going to happen, what is going on, how far does it go, and I think it's definitely worth a watch. Whether you like religion or not, it doesn't matter. You know what it is, and I think this movie, you don't need to be on one side or the other or in the middle. And if you like good acting and you like an original story that is different, and this is it, check it out. I will talk a little bit more openly about it. So for those of you who haven't seen it or don't want any type of spoiler, thank you for tuning in. Definitely a 7 on this one. I was surprised. I didn't think it was going to be a 7, but it was. So let me jump in. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Alright, so I'm not going to ruin the ending, but what was his purpose? I get what true religion is. I know she came to that realization for him, and that's what he wanted. But is that just, is he just trying to prove a point? But that point's not going to go any further than these two girls, or the one girl, right? If you've seen this, you know what I'm talking about. I still like to be a little bit obtuse in these so that I don't give everything away, but right, like his whole purpose was to say, this is what I believe in, and this is proof of how this all works. Great, but then that goes no further. So, wouldn't you, if you are trying to spread your own religion, you want to get it out there or not? You're trying to do it one person at a time, but then they can't go any further. They don't move forward. So that was the one piece that kind of confused me. Everything else was great. I liked it all. And I liked the way they revealed everything. I thought that was fun. To figure out what's going on. I thought that was really cool. I didn't see a lot of it coming. So, there you go. That's it. That's all I got. I don't know if I was helpful at all, but thank you for tuning in. Check it out. Heretic, Kimmel's Irish Pub.